Trenton here with Connor Zilisch at Hickory Motor Speedway for their Cars Tour. Tough Shed 250 tonight. But I wanted to talk to you about your 2024 so far. You've been a busy guy for a 17-year-old and everything. So how would you sum up the first 3.5 months of your year so far?
Yeah, it's been beyond my imagination for sure. Winning, some of the biggest sports car races, qualifying on pole in my truck race. There's a lot of good things that have happened, but there's still a long way to go this year and a lot of races left in front of me. So just got to keep my head down, keep focusing, and not really let all the headlines and the good stuff that people have been saying get to me. Right, I still got to stay true to myself and continue to do what needs to be done to continue to stay successful.
Yeah, something I wanted to touch on, speaking of headlines, is you were on DVC and y'all were kind of making jokes about social media, and then your comments out of context a little bit there. So just going from joking around about social media, then being involved in, sort of like a funny little controversy, like how was that?
I mean, it's going to happen, right? I probably said something I shouldn't have said, but, when you give the press, the stuff that they can use to, kind of get headlines and, get a lot of clicks, they're going to do that. So, something I just got to get used to. Nothing that, anybody did wrong, but, it was a little frustrating, but that'll happen.
Yeah, something I wanted to ask you about a little bit is more of your backgrounds. We know, sort of like the Cliff Notes version and stuff, but when did you know, being overseas, as you were originally going on the F1 path, that wasn't going to happen? When did that click for you to maybe I should not be doing this over here?
Yeah, it was a young age. I kind of went over there knowing I wasn't going to make it to F1. You need so much money, and there's only 20 seats, and all those guys, as crazy as it may sound, either have a last name or, have a lot of money. So I knew from a young age it wasn't going to be really possible. Unfortunate because, that stuff's really cool, but, it's how it is, and, I'm having a lot of fun doing what I am doing. So, I've had a lot of fun learning oval racing and trying to figure it out. It's still, pretty new to me, and, I'm still getting used to it, but it is a sure lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, was the something that I'm personally curious about is, when drivers come up, they have like that veteran or older person they lean on. When you were doing the karting stuff, was like Logan Sargent, any of those, was he like somebody you leaned on over there? Did you interact with him because he, being an American driver, doing that as well? Yeah,
he was a few years ahead of me. We knew each other, but I don't know him too well. There was a lot of guys that I kind of looked up to in karting, but a lot of those guys nobody probably knows of. But I mean, there's so much talent in karting. I feel like it is one of the best ways to kind of grow up racing, and I feel like that was really good for me and helped shape me into the driver I am today.
So coming over here to do the stock car, sports car stuff, being I guess an outsider in a way with your upbringing and stuff. You kind of had some points there with your comments and stuff you did make about the image and stuff. So like, what would you do, I guess, being the races you've been at, to attract younger people to stock car racing?
I think it's just the opportunities. When you're growing up racing go-karts, you want to race IndyCar, F1, or whatever it may be. But I feel like, closed wheel racing provides the best opportunities for kids that may not have the most, funding behind them, family money. So obviously it takes something to get started in racing. But, I feel like with the way NASCAR is, you can make it on talent still, and there still is opportunity for those kids that are really, really talented. So you just got to make the most of what you have, though. I say no to I say yes to almost every opportunity I get, and it's tough at times, right? You might not be driving the best stuff, or whatever it may be, but it pays off in the end when it makes you a better race car driver.
Yeah, and the last thing I have for you is sky's the limit for you. You're 17, you're young. Is racing other divisions something you want to do? We have Kyle Larson, racing Indy 500 this year. We've had other NASCAR guys do that, and some come over from IndyCar. Is that something you want to maybe look in? You're still young. You get to NASCAR, do your thing and do IndyCar. Is that something else you're thinking about? Is doing more open wheel stuff?
Yeah, I've always kind of said that. Guys like Kyle Larson that I look up to, and Tony Stewart, those guys that could get in anything and win was, someone I want to be. I don't want to be known as just a Cup Series driver or whatever it may be. I want to be able to get in any kind of vehicle in any discipline and be fast and succeed. So, yes, to answer your question 100%, if I got the chance to run anything in IndyCar or anything like that, I'd take it. And, as long as I'm not running a full season and whatever. But, I do want to branch out and run multiple different series. That's kind of been my thing since I've started racing cars, is just say yes to every opportunity and drive whatever you can.
And what's the rest of 2024? You're kind of racing a little bit of everything. What are you most looking forward to, honing your craft more on
Probably the big tracks in the Xfinity car. I've got Kansas and Homestead and Phoenix, which isn't a big track, but those Kansas and Homestead races are going to be big learning opportunities for me, and I'm really excited to get there and kind of feel it out and just kind of try to understand it. It's obviously I might not have the best chance to win, but I feel like I have a really good opportunity to learn, and that's the biggest thing for me at my age.
Awesome. Connor, thank you for your time today. I'm Trenton with Frontstretch.com here with Connor Zilisch at Hickory Motor Speedway. Thank you guys for watching.